Hello everyone, my name is Rishi Beri and I head the sales for Exponentia.ai. With me is Davide Pelosi, who heads the pre-sales for Qlik Middle East Africa. And today in this episode, we'll be discussing about a very important topic which is going on in Middle East Africa, which is the open foundation, Lakehouse and icebergs. So let's talk about where all this data actually lives, because this is where the cost and the lock-in quietly creep in the conversations. For years, you had to choose a warehouse, a governed but rigid and expensive, or a lake which is cheap and flexible but often a swamp. And once you picked the vendor, your data was affected, trapped inside it. In Middle East Africa, this matters enormously. Our clients are hybrid by necessity, core data on premise, new workloads on cloud, strict residency rules, and the real need not to logged to one provider. So, Davide, my question to you is, what does open actually means here, and why should a CEO care about a table format?
So Rishi, first of all, thank you for bringing this up because open ultimately decides who owns your data, you or your software vendor. A lakehouse gives you the economics of a lake with the strict governance of a warehouses, but the real breakthrough is the open format sitting underneath it. And the entire industry has converged on Apache Iceberg. So what does it mean in practice for people working with the data? Your data sits in a format that belongs entirely to you. It is one single highly governed copy of your data that can be read by multiple systems, really, and processed by multiple systems in the exact same time. So it could be Qlik, it could be Snowflake, it could be Databricks, it could be even Spark. There is no data duplication really, no proprietary gatekeeping, and no painful migration when you decide to change your mind. That is exactly what the Qlik Open Lakehouse delivers. It's a fully managed Iceberg service inside Qlik Talent Cloud. We take those real-time pipelines we talked about earlier, land them as governed Iceberg tables directly inside the cloud environment, and above all, optimize them continuously with proprietary algorithms. And this is the crucial point. Early adopters are seeing significantly faster queries at a materially lower cost, simply by eliminating all those unnecessary redundant copies. But it's not just about the cloud, really. This is Qlik's bring your own architecture philosophy made concrete, and this is exactly your point, Rishi. We adapt entirely to the customer's operational reality, wherever they are on premises, fully cloud, or deeply hybrid, instead of forcing them to burn down the infrastructure they've spent years building. So I hope I made the point.
No, actually, you did, Davide. And for us, open translates into a very practical promise to the client. Two things: promise of choice and protected over time. And when Exponentia designs an open foundation, we are not locking a client into a decision that they'll regret after 3 years. If this cloud strategy shifts somewhere, or if regulation change is there, and data stays in place and stays unusable, right? So, which is honestly why we chose to build our practical and practice around the Qlik. It's very hard to give a client architectural freedom if the platform underneath you doesn't believe it, right? Here is the philosophy and the delivery point of the same way. In this region, moving this fast, this optionally isn't a technical necessity, it's a strategic asset. But thank you so much, Davide, for spending time with us. Looking forward to the next sessions.